Okay. Testing. All right. I think we are live. Yes, we are. All right. Hello, folks. Johnny Mo here. It is no longer Mecha March. I had other obligations that I had to see to last Tuesday. So that's why there was no live stream. But I am back. We are back building the Heavyarms Noir. I forgot that this did not have the big full product on it, but we will get that big full product once I am done building it up. Okay. Yeah, so we are just going to start. All right. My setup's a little bit different, but it should be okay. Got the tools. Sanding paper. We've got our progress so far. Chest, head, and the right arm. And now we will be working on the left arm. Left arm? Left arm. Okay. So this is just going to be a really chill live stream. If people want to hop on, shout out, say hi, chit chat, ask questions. By all means, go ahead. Hopefully, y'all can't hear the washing machine going off in the background, but if that is the case, oh, daughter incoming. Hello, little lady. How are you? You want a sucker? Yeah. You want a sucker? Go ask mama for a sucker, okay? So grumpy. Oh, the unhappiness of toddlers. She has eaten her supper. She's been well fed. And now it's just, I want a sucker. Because we had all of that candy from Easter. Actually, I don't know if she has any suckers left at this point. Suckers do not last long when there are little children. Okay, just a couple. Going back to the two-nip process. Going to be doing it right because this is for a competition. I'm not terribly competitive about it. I just want to bring something down to Plamo that I can be proud of. I'm still a very novice builder when it comes to customizations, painting, things like that. The hunt for the suckers is on. All right. So that part we will going to get out the glass file. Just do make sure that I'm on camera for this. Hopefully this month I get more videos out for 05 launch and my other channel. Folks, if you don't know, I do have another channel that's more fantasy based, where 05 launch is more sci-fi, mecha, sort of that bent. I keep getting told like, oh, it should just be one channel. Like, I want my sci-fi stuff over my sci-fi section, my mechs, my Gundams, for those who want that, and the fantasy stuff for the fantasy people, and if they want to see both, they can subscribe to both. That's completely fine. Shucks, I forgot to get the brush out of the toolbox. All right. I've rearranged my setup a little bit. I have a table over on that side, and I have a like little TV dinner tray on that side for the laptop to sit in. That way, I'm still looking over to the left, but I'm not looking down and cranking my neck and doing that. So it's been a little bit easier. Still, the goal is get a computer or TV monitor, put it over there. That way I can just look up and see chat, see how the recording's going. Okay. It's a very slow process. I've got, let's see here. May, June, July, August. I've got 4 months to get this done. I have 4 months to get this done. Little over 4 months, which I'm pretty sure I can do. Probably be doing a little bit more of these on the weekend, though. Not doing. Oh, that's something that I was going to bring up. Just kind of trying to get on a good recording and live stream schedule for my channels. These live builds will be moving to Saturday afternoon. It'll just work better having them on a weekend instead of a weekday where I'm kids, baths, laundry, that sort of thing. I hope it will be successful. I'm still trying to figure out what that even means for my channels. How do I want to gauge success of what I'm doing? And I think honestly, it's interaction, like the likes and the comments. Those really help. That people are watching them, and that uh, it's getting to the people that this kind of content is for. Plastic model building, uh, sci-fi stuff. I plan on starting a series of 5 parsecs from home, which is sci-fi miniature uh, kind of squad versus squad, more sci-fi adventure, where Mecha Hack is more, it's a giant robot adventure, still sci-fi, but it has a little bit of a different feel to it, a little bit of like, I'm very hesitant to say Star Wars because that's not really my take on it. But there's the other nub, or the other. Actually, that one got. Very good. Yeah. I'll try to put it in the same Mecha Hack universe, my 05 launch universe that I have built up and enjoy playing in. So a little bit of homebrew in it. Let's see. This goes here. And put it together like that. When we do it like this, or when we do it like that. So yeah, a few more pieces of content for the channel, just to kind of show different RPGs. 5 Parsecs from Home is a solo or co-op RPG. You can do it by yourself. I'm a little nervous to run it. Just kind of going over the actual mechanics for 5 Parsecs from Home. It is very wargamey, meaning like it's challenging to pick up all the rules, because like, okay, this hits on a 5+, this hits up on a 2+, and it's got to get past like this armor toughness value, and then you got to account for like how much the wounds are. So it'll be interesting to start, and I hope I continue with it. I'm still going to continue with the Voodoo Irregulars. New episode of that coming Saturday, and then pretty much those the live builds and 05 launch are gonna swap places. So on Tuesdays we should be getting an episode of 05 launch, and Saturdays we'll be doing these live builds. Let me check. Hey Deshi. Yeah, 5 Parsecs. The actual gameplay combat I haven't really run. It's a lot of the world building, like landing on a planet, what's the terrain like, and then like the different mission generators and the enemy encounter generators. Those I've used before. I've never fully played the full amount of it. So I'm gonna try that out. I forget when I'm doing the 12 parsecs. It's either Thursday or Sunday. I forget. I have a whole schedule written out, and right now I am 2 for 2 on keeping to that schedule. Uploaded the first episode of A Dance of Sand, my Song of Ice and Fire RPG solo playthrough. Had a lot of fun doing that the other day, and I decided I was going to use the Mythic GM emulator 2 second edition for kind of just bring a little bit of spontaneity into it. Yeah, look at me with a schedule. I am taking Solos Ventures videos to heart. And those of you watching or catching the video on demand people, if you're interested in solo tabletop gaming, just kind of nerd culture, if you like cyberpunk, you will love her stuff. She's doing a game of Cyborg, which is with the Morkborg system, which I don't think I've given a fair shot. I'm not entirely sure why I've bounced off Morkborg. I've never really played it. I've seen a lot about it. It was probably the way it was first pitched to me, where it's OSR, you're just always dying, and life's cheap, and blah blah blah, and it's so hard. I'm like, and I've come to realize that's not entirely true. I think that was uh, a very inappropriate dramatization of what it actually is. just watching Soloist's playthrough of Cyborg, and I'm it was very loud when pitched. Yeah, that was also at a time where I was very turned off by the OSR crowd because there was a very vocal aspect of them that were more interested in being mean to other people who enjoy other stuff than actually promoting good products. Uh, the whole 5e is for sissies sort of thing. And I'm like, you know what? Have your opinion. I don't need to like it, but I also do not need to consume any more of your opinions. And that's kind of where I left off. But I've met really cool uh OSR, OD&D folks that do not share that sort of uh very vocal and opinionated one true wayism of RPGs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have my own gripes and opinions about the Seattle company and their other corporate overlord. Uh, but I'm not gonna, somebody's having fun with fifth edition or A5e or 5.5. I'm so glad they like, we're gonna call it 5.5. Like, you should have done that from the start, you idiot. Oh, but the marketing, like, it's good. Did the marketing people think that people weren't going to ask, like, okay, well, when's D&D 2025 going to come out? 2026? Where's it? Where's our yearly update? Oh, turns out that was kind of silly. Like, yeah, don't worry, nobody was calling it D&D. What did they want to call it? They want to call it like D&D 1. That's what I'm like. There should only be one D&D. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. No one's going to call it that. I've been calling the new rules A5e, and not like it's a thing I want to catch on. It's just something fun, my little poke at the Seattle RPG company. What I'm looking for, A6. That's this little guy. That's oh man. Yeah. I think I almost lost this one last time. I don't know why. The A runner seems like harder plastic than all the rest. You made that harder than needed be. Not entirely sure that's in reference to, but yeah. I go off on a lot of topics fairly easily. The naming, yeah, the naming. It I got the sense that wow, these people just really don't either understand or care about their product to have this level of uh we'll just call it this. They'll know what it is. We'll just call it this. I'm like, well, isn't that gonna anyways? I'm gonna move on from the topic of the Seattle company. Uh they have occupied enough of my time, thought, and money. I don't need that anymore. I have lots of other games that I can play. Uh, my friends that like we still play D&D. I'd be perfectly fine if we played something else, but it's accessible to the people that it's accessible to. I don't necessarily believe that it is easier. I think that it's more accessible in a lot of ways that other RPG companies can't make their games accessible. Draw Steel. I got the collector's edition. I have the PDFs. I backed their second crowdfunder campaign. I enjoy the system. I enjoyed the setting. I enjoy uh I just hyped it up and I forgot the name, but that's just a streamer brain right there. Uh Orden. Uh Matt Colville's homebrew setting. It's interesting, and it's interesting in the way it's kind of developed. Like the different races are treated very differently. Like they have their own identity and they clash with other races' identities, their philosophies, their belief systems, and things like that. It is grounded, uh, I'd think of natural tension. So when you pick a woad elf, you are probably going to come into conflict with people that see the woad elves as eco-terrorists. Terrorists. Even though that may not be you, that is other people of your species, and you will have to do that. Dwarves are slavers. They made a deal with the Iron Saint Ajax and to turn over loyalists of good King Omend and the Dragonborn Phalanx. So if you play a dwarf, it's kind of expected, like you are going to face some criticism. But how a player and a character gets over that is show the people that's not what you are. In real life, you really don't owe anybody to prove like that you are not the stereotype. Uh, I also believe that if you don't want to be associated with the stereotype, do not wear their outfits. Do not use their lingo. I come from very redneck culture. I do not participate in a lot of the redneck pageantry because I was raised right. And so if you play a dwarf in Omen, and you can play your game however you want. You don't have to have like, oh, the dwarves sort of commonly are known to be slavers in service to the overall BBEG of the world. Uh, but yeah, like go rescue the blacksmith's son from the goblins, and like, oh shoot, like this dwarf saved our village. Like it's the hero's responsibility to do heroic things and through those bring enlightenment and uh to people. That's that's how I kind of viewed it. What was another thing in that setting? The What was it? I think the elves, they knelt to Ajax to prevent to keep themselves from being wiped out. And the princess of the like the elf king was basically no, like my father was trying to keep our people alive and now we're slaves, and she didn't like that, and she went questing off for this elven artifact and became a vampire. That wasn't the goal. That's just what happened. And so, Lady Serial, I think was her name. Uh, just trying to find these magic elven swords, the teeth of the dragon, to stop Ajax and free her people. But she's a vampire. When the PCs run into her, they think, "Oh crap, it's an elven vampire. She must be evil." Well, she is highly motivated in the ways to the point where she will do awful things to get these swords. And in my opinion, it is not the responsibility of the director, the dungeon master, to uh hammer home that, like, listen, like, she's trying to do the right thing. She's just been left with this no other option. Uh to paint her as the tragic heroine of uh this time. If the players come to that conclusion or realization, that's good. The beat worked. But if they just like, no, she's undead, she's murdered nobles, good. That's complete. That is their game. That is their game. I've done a lot of RPG talk on my fantasy RPG talk on my stream on my sci-fi channel. But it's my channel. I'll do what I want within reason. Uh, all right, let's look back at chat. The range of topics, yes. My forgot what my buddy Doc and I, and Doc, if you're watching this live stream, somehow, somewhere, some way, I miss you. It'd be nice to hear from you again. Uh, we would we worked at a local gas station together, the night shift, the the best shift to work at a gas station. And he uh liked to write. I liked to write. And we would talk about, you know, writing, literature, fantasy predominantly, just because it's a very, to me, a very easy genre to uh, to recognize, to have sort of a shared uh, vocabulary, shared identities, and stuff. Like, we all elves have pointy ears, dwarves have beards, that sort of thing. And we bonded, and we'd go off. We'd stay in the back parking lot after work, just chain smoking and coming up with ideas for fantasy stuff, books, and like, oh, this trope sounds good. Or, like, what if we take elves and we did it this way? What if, like, the traditional elven greeting for outsiders is you had to give them like a gift. That's what, like, all the human villages around the haunted wood, and like, they're terrified to go in there. Like, the elves kill them. They're all, like, anybody who goes in there gets killed. But that's where all the deer are. That's where all the meat is, the animals. What the heck do we do? And the elves are just going like, well, they're not doing the thing. We established this with the humans, centuries ago. If you want to come into our woods and, hunt the creatures that live in there, you need to give an offering. You haven't done that, so we're gonna put you full of arrows. I'm also a big fan of the haunted wood, the dark forest, that sort of thing. And then just this very almost silly thing, uh, reason why no one goes into there, or why the myth and legend of the haunted forest is the way it is. It's if it's somewhat silly, or if it's just like people forgot. The person who was in charge of remembering didn't pass it on, or the person that did pass it on didn't think it mattered. They had uh other business that they wanted to handle. I like tropes, and it's for me, it's not about the subversion of a trope. It's how should the trope evolve? How should it change? How should it fit in the context of this setting, this situation, and like what would be fun, would be cool, what would be interesting for it. TMW, the humans forget their deal, their end of the deal. I I think I want to talk about this. The D&D game I'm in that's on Wednesdays and Fridays. We started it back last October, and the way it was pitched to me, the title of it was the Feywild Concerto, and I'm not the biggest Feywild fan, not the biggest uh Sorcerers by the Sea interpretation of Feywild. It's either, and I can't exactly blame them all the way. I think a lot of other like very big fans of that sort of stuff, they get very purist about what it should be. It's either very Grimm's fairy tale, where it's uh, dark, and it's dark, but it's moral. Like you don't go into the woods and like doing this, or if you do, you need to be prepared. You need to listen to me, the adult, tell you, the child, the protagonist of the story, like you need to follow the rules that I have taught you. Otherwise, the witch is going to get you, sort of thing. So it's dark, but it's moral. It's either that taken to the nth degree, or or it's very silly, and I am fine with humor in my fantasy, in my sci-fi. I'm fine with humor. I'm fine with romance, drama, tragedy, death, even. But uh, when they add cream pie damage as a damage type, I was like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this, guys. I cannot do cream pie damage. Cream pie, no joke. I remember an interview back when the Beyond the Witchlight thing came out, and Chris Perkins saying like, "Yeah, cream pie damage. There's acid fire, cold necrotic radiant, and now cream pie damage." And I was just like, "Chris, c- all right, man. Listen, like you're doing the thing, but this is the part where I get off the bus. Have a have a good day. Uh, I just can't follow you that far down the rabbit hole." So, yeah, so that's what it was pitched as, Feywild, and it wasn't like, got a script like, "Yeah, this is what it's called. Here's kind of what I'm leaning to," kind of like mid amount of politics, and, you know, the not terribly, a lot of combat, but, enough combat so you get, like, use out of your character's skills and everything. What am I missing here? D Oh, that's D1. Oh, that's D1? I screwed up. Or no, D2. That's what I need. 28 and 3. Hmm. Hang on, I got 3 from this. I got 3 from that one and that one? Hang on, did I not put? Oh, shucks. I didn't get 3 on this guy's arm. Now I forgot which one. I think it was this one. Yeah. Ooh. There we go. So many pieces. Yes. I actually can't remember now if my original one had this many pieces or not. I think both of these pieces were just like one piece. No, I don't think they were both the same piece, but does seem like it. How long have I been streaming? 35 minutes? Okay. Because I know probably by the end of this, I have to switch the laundry over, which will be in about 25-ish minutes. I kind of want to do hour-long streams. Just because like recording for an hour last night was it wasn't unpleasant, but it definitely took a toll on me waking up in the morning because it's a lot of uh talking, being performative ish, not to, like it's not like my actual job where, I'm doing more labor, but it's mentally taxing a little bit, mentally trying, I guess, because I'm talking, you might be talking, I'm trying to listen. Uh, you're doing that, and that's not the part I wanted. This was the part I wanted. And there's nobody there, so it's kind of psychologically different. I was one of those kids that talked to themselves in their room by themselves, playing pretend or throwing on a Metallica album and flipping through uh, comic. I really didn't have comic books growing up. People I knew had comic books. I did not, but I'd have art books and things like that. A lot more like how to draw superheroes books. I had those. Yeah, and talking to myself, I had Legos, and my Lego people would go on mini adventures. Eep. Okay, so B. Ba 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 B B. Mama Mimi, Mama Mo. I am not a singer. The amount of music majors that I have met in the last couple of years is quite astonishing to me. My current DM and our artist, our drawing player, were music majors. Very fun people. And I know ever so little about music theory. I know just enough to understand the memes. I know just enough to understand the memes. 129. But they are a fun crowd. If you can find people that have majors or interests like that, and like you are blessed because they are some fun people. 21. 20. Wait, here we are. Hands, my favorite part. Because they are some of the most important parts. They are sometimes the tiniest part. And they're such a pain in the butt to clean up if you mess it up. Which I don't think I did right there. Lucky me. Oh, that one I kind of goofed. It's all right. I'll get the X-Acto knife, clean it up a little bit. Yep. Those are some of those are my people. When I was in when I was in high school back in uh the early aughts, there wasn't exactly keep in mind growing up in the sticks, uh there wasn't a lot of uh acceptance of those who did not fit the uh rustic aesthetic. uh I mean, I didn't terribly get along bad with the ranch kids or the farm folk. I did a lot better with than the ranch kids. But yeah, me and my group, we hung out in the hallway between the music department and the theater department, and we were a bit of a rowdy crowd. Those of you who have read The Outsiders, we would have been the greasers, except none of us really had a car. I think my buddy Spoons was the first of us to have a car, and he was uh, in high school the most responsible of us. Uh, yeah, so we were kind of we didn't fit with the nerds terribly, just because like none of us had access to like anime like they did, or well, like the anime nerds, I should say. Uh, we we did computer stuff though, because we thought we thought hackers was great, and Angelina Jolie, was the hottest person imaginable, and you know, we were right. We were obviously right, but yeah, we would also get into fights in the hallways. We were a little rough and tumble, probably more so than we needed to be. Okay, that one doesn't go there. Where does this one go? Does this one go here? Here we go. This one goes here. All right. Gonna finish up these ones. Yes, we were the techies. Uh kind of. We would get we would set up our special computers, ones that we had access to with like Unreal Tournament, and the big one our senior year was Guild Wars. So yeah, we would skip class, go into the IT office because it was a friend who had graduated like few years ago, before our senior year, and he came back and was originally just kind of like the IT assistant, and then something happened with the main IT guy, and they just went, like, hey, we're just gonna make you the IT guy from assistant. And then we had access to everything. It was a golden era. Okay. I'm gonna finish up this hand, and we might call it a night. What time are we at? 44 minutes? That ain't bad at all. That ain't bad at all. Do we have a little thumbs up handset? Actually, this is just for like a holding a different kind of gun. But I always call it the thumbs up hand. The difference is with this, the ball joint is angled a little bit. So it's kind of more like that instead of like this with the regular ball joint. I like it. I think it's cool. Actually, I'm just gonna quick snip this one out. Pretty sure it's this because it's from the piece right that was right across from it. So yeah, I guess just a little bit of a recap what I've been talking about. These builds are going to be moved to uh, Saturdays, not this coming Saturday, the Saturday after uh, next, and Tuesdays I will record more Mecha Hack 05 launch. And one of these days that I can't remember off the top of my head because it's in my journal, which is in my bass, where I'm going to put my own custom world spin on it. I probably will tweak the mechanics a little bit just so it's easier for me to play and record while playing it, because it's a tabletop sort of skirmish game. So it would be like, hang on a minute. Here's a little preview for coming up. Yeah, like my squad versus their squad, and there's terrain and there's ranges of effectiveness and things like that. I don't like getting terribly noodly into the specifics of elevation range and uh uh movement penalty through cover, and cover bonus, and how many actions have you taken like 2 turns ago. You're a lot more fatigued now. It's that level of simulation. It's not fun. It's not my jam. uh if it's other people's, awesome. I can't do the math that much for that long. There we go. So here we have the beginnings of Heavy Arms Noir. Lots of reds, oranges, yellows. Most of this will probably be closed in the final product, though. Yeah. So we've got, yeah, more Mecha Hack, 5 parsecs from home. I am bullying myself to do a few Mass Effect videos, as I am also, for the last 6-7 years, been trying to do figure out a good way to do a Mass Effect RPG that isn't just 5th edition with Mass Effect stuff slapped on it. That that doesn't count for me. So Mass Effect, 5 parsecs from home, 5 leagues from the borderlands. Mondays I will be doing my Song of Ice and Fire RPG, and I think that might just run for April. Maybe a little bit into May. I kind of want to do other RPGs, just give a little, like a season 1 uh for April, and I might come back to it uh in the coming months. But I wanted to do 5 Leagues from the Borderlands, Shinobi and Ronin. I found my copy of Paleo Mythic. I want to try that. It's like a stone and sorcery, like a Stone Age, like it's what you get before what do they call it? Sword and Sandals. Like it's before Bronze Age. I think that'll be fun for people to see. What else? I want do more live streams. I think I'm gonna do one that's just maybe a world building, where I just sit down with Omen and pick a spot and do a little bit of a dive, uh, spring up some ideas. Maybe just a chill where I just flip through one of my art books, just a little inspo live stream. So that's kind of the plan. So far, I am 2 for 2 on sticking to my schedule, which I'm happy about. Uh, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Video on demand, people. Thank you for watching it through, we are making progress on the Plamo 2026 build. After getting it built, comes the fun part of setting it up, painting, and going through that, which is something I'm very nervous about because I haven't painted one of these really. Like my Barbatos one, I was pretty much just find like an army green, paint it, slap it on a Leo, and it was good enough. But this one I want to make look really good. All right, folks. I will catch you next. The Plumbo build will be 2 Saturdays from now, and yeah, I'll be around making content. Yeah. All right. So I'll catch you all later. Bye bye.